Now, there's no doubt in saying that the creator George Lucas, the man who developed Star Wars himself back in 1977, knows Star Wars at its best to the core, way more than Disney and Lucasfilm will ever know in this era of the Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy and the other projects that have been made aside from the movies. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau that I really do love so much is that Dave Filoni was essentially a protege of George Lucas. There's no denying that. I mean, he really worked very close with George Lucas on the Clone Wars, seasons 1 through 6, and developing those stories and introducing brand new Star Wars lore. And Jon Favreau is another example, is that Bob Iger, the previous Disney CEO, even said that he sees a lot of George Lucas within Jon Favreau. And I also see it, because when you watch The Mandalorian, how many different feels or tones do you actually get out of this, where it feels like you're back in a Star Wars A New Hope. The way it's actually shot, the cinematography, the acting, there's something about it that just seems right for Star Wars. It just seems like it's back to its classic roots, right? Now, when we look at George Lucas, what's really exciting is that, yes, he will be heavily involved with the new Star Wars universe that's really going to propel fans into a different era of Star Wars, multiple eras, I must add. And on top of all of this, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are moving on to their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe, that is going to take fans into a brand new era and mythology of Star Wars in general. It's explained that the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, is making many changes over at Lucasfilm in order to create a better future for Star Wars. It's explained that creator George Lucas is on board to make many changes to the Star Wars lore, for the new universe, and even for the sequel trilogy and more. Now, it's noted that George Lucas already created a major reset or retcon to the sequel trilogy films for the new Star Wars universe that is going to change how fans view the franchise when watching these new Star Wars movies. Just how Disney created a retcon that Palpatine was indeed a clone this entire time, and that Palpatine's son was also a clone, it's described that George Lucas just recently helped with Disney and Lucasfilm to create a major retcon to reset the sequel trilogy, that the character of Tor Valum, an ancient Sith, lives somewhere in the galaxy that was helping Palpatine in the shadows during the events of the sequel trilogy movies, and even gave him the knowledge of the cloning techniques and some of the secrets of Darth Plagueis, as Tor Valum was a character that gave the secrets to cheat death to Darth Plagueis. This major retcon is set to appear in a novel set to release sometime later this year of 2020, and in another book in the beginning of next year, 2021. Tor Valum was an original character created by Colin Trevorrow for his original version of Episode 9, Duel of the Fates, and is now being made canon and is said to have lived during Episodes 7 through 9, aiding Palpatine to survive, and will even have a role in the story that will affect Kylo, Rey, and Luke Skywalker. So, I don't know if you guys know about Tor Valum, a very interesting looking character. The best way that I can really describe this character is very mysterious. It really is a character that mystifies the audience, right? And Tor Valum, if you just look at the concept art of him, it's almost like a mixture of a hammerhead shark with kind of like giving the texture of a tree. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a very interesting looking character. Go ahead and type in Tor Valum, T-O-R space V-A-L-U-M. Very interesting character. He actually was based in the Remni Core system, which was going to be a brand new system that was created by Colin Trevorrow. I would have loved to seen that system and to actually have seen the past Jedi and Sith wars, the remnants of it all. That was actually going to be shown, where a lot of armor was going to be seen on the actual surface of some of the planets within the Remni Core system. Now, this big retcon, or this big attempt of a reset by George Lucas of helping this, with with Lucasfilm and Disney by George, is that this character, Tor Valum, was the really big character pulling the strings from the very, very start, even more so than Darth Plagueis ever did. And all the secrets that Darth Plagueis actually knew about that were partially taken from Palpatine were all secrets created by Tor Valum. So I'm very interested in this, because Tor Valon was at least one of the masters of Darth Plagueis, apart from Darth Chernobus. Now, it's a very interesting route, I will add. Am I worried about this route? Not at all. I think it's actually a very interesting thing that George Lucas is adding into the Star Wars universe. Again, if you guys are hardcore fans, you love the books, the novels. As far as the casual fans go, I guess they're going to have to rely on, other creators out there explaining this, and that's fine, or friends and family who collect the books will explain it to them, and it will spread around. It will become common knowledge eventually. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From